happy 2023. Welcome to a brand new video on the channel. How's your new year going? Have you expanded and remake your wish list for this year? There's a lot happening, but I know quite a few of my followers are still very much invested in the Hermès journey, and as you guys can see, I literally haven't had time to go anywhere, so I haven't been posting updates or anything on Instagram. Nonetheless, today I just wanted to talk with you guys and share with you a few things that I've gotten from Hermès that I regretted buying. This list is like no shame list. Overall, I still very much am in love with their products. I think the quality is impeccable. We're gonna get started because there are quite a few items I wanted to point out with you guys. So before you're making a purchase, you can look into whether or not you're really going to pull the trigger and get it for yourself. The very first item is probably the first items that I have unboxed with you guys, and that is when I have later on reviewed in those videos that I was expecting. I had picked up two of the baby Avalon towels, which I still adore them until this day. But honestly, my husband and I took on the splurge and started using the towels before the baby arrived. But then we added the Avalon wool blanket for the baby, which I absolutely love. And I'll make a separate list of things that are my favorites after years of using it. So today's video, those towels are definitely worth mentioning because I have chosen the towel to be on my regret list, only because the towels are well made and they're 100% cotton. But like a lot of you guys mentioned in the comment section below in that video when I unboxed it, on the market right now you can find quite a lot of those organic cotton towels that are gonna be much softer and maybe even bigger in dimension. But nonetheless, I pretty much loved and still very much am in love with the design of the Avalon towels. However, it is a consumable goods, so you are using it in your daily life. I don't want to say I didn't take the best care of it, because whenever I launder it, I use the softener and I use a dryer to dry it. The quality stayed up pretty well, but I don't think they feel as luxurious as they are from the beginning. And obviously it's a towel, so you're gonna use it to wipe yourself here and there. Sometimes it gets some stains and then you're like, it's not so posh anymore. So I also noticed that the color has faded a little bit as you wash it. I don't know if I was supposed to use some kind of color preserver, but I don't think so because it is designed to be a baby product. So the color of the corner that have been dyed into like pale pink and pale blue has faded a little bit. So everything looks more bland. The material isn't as soft as I have anticipated to be. And obviously now I've tried so many different baby products. My favorite are the ones from Sweden. They are really conscious about environmental impact and also the material. So after I began using organic cotton and all of the super soft stuff, I feel super spoiled, and I probably won't be buying any regular cotton towels going forward. Second item on my list will be twillies. I know, I hope I'm not throwing you guys off on this one. I don't regret getting the twillies, don't get me wrong. I just regretted getting too many at the same time, because for that one season I feel like I bought everything that I liked, because every time when I went to the store I was able to see new stock or like a new pattern show up, and then I go home, I go on Instagram, I see other people sharing theirs, so I was like, I definitely need to pick that up as well, and then I did. So I became like this twilly hoarder. So right now in my home I have partially stored them in here, which doesn't look like a lot right now because I split my twillies halfway here and half in my apartment. So it's pretty interesting how I've accumulated like over 15 pairs of twillies overall, and I've shared a lot of that with you guys. My thing with twilly is that if I have an obsession collecting, I don't want two of the same thing. Besides the Japanese marble one, that one I have a pair of. So all all the twillies I just have singles, and I've chosen my favorite color combinations from the series because Hermès make them in a few color variants for some of the themes. It's one of those things I feel like I'm not utilizing it enough like other ladies do, because I remember seeing videos of them dressing the twillies up on themselves, so they would wear it as like a little scarf and also a little bracelet, a scarf bracelet on their wrist, and I just didn't really find time to do that. So going forward, I definitely would not be buying as many. The next thing, I'll probably say that I regretted buying it just because later on I found out this item that claims to be silver isn't really full silver. Can you believe it? So we were looking into buying these silver spoons, and afterwards we got the silver cup for our baby because it's such a special keepsake item. And later on, when we received the item, my husband was looking it up because usually on sterling silver jewelry or any item that's made out of sterling silver, it usually has an engraving on there to indicate that it's a silverware. But on the Hermès ones, we didn't really find it. So I went online and found the same item, and somewhere I read in the article the silverware isn't 100% silver, it is silver plated, which makes it very interesting because I don't remember when was the last time I had come across luxury goods that doesn't claim that the things they use are 100% or at least genuine. So if you use gold, then you'll find the gold hallmark, which is AU 750. If it's platinum, you will find the 950, which are these markers or like indicators rather to tell you what the material is. So it's just interesting how on the silverware that we ordered did not have any indicators. So that threw me off quite a bit, and then eventually it was confirmed that it is not real silver. So I definitely regretted buying those because I feel like the price I paid for are pretty close to if you were to pay for a real full silver spoon. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna leave comments below and say, it's silly to buy any luxury goods to begin with, but this is the area that some people like to splurge, so I don't think it's yours to judge. But nonetheless, I do think that going forward, I'll definitely be on the lookout for those markers to make sure I'm buying like actual, precious metal or silver items. The next item, I regretted buying it just because I had this exact same thinking before we purchased it, but my husband just loves the elephant, the little elephant paperweight. I like it as well, but I just think there's not so much use you can get out of it. If you have a very nice, aesthetically designed home, or you want to place it in somewhere, as a very beautiful object, which that's what the elephant is, I do think it does add up a very nice layer, and it does bring attention to the corner or wherever it is. But I just think that, it is something that I'd rather spend on using more practically. So I'd rather spend that money on maybe a pair of shoes, but this is obviously, different personal preferences. So I regretted buying it, but my husband still loves it. So let me know if you guys would spend like $900 buying a little object, a wooden object, a really nice polished one. And last but not least is an item that I have been absolutely in love with when I saw the color combination. So I purchased it, but I just noticed that I don't ever reach for it. It is my little Dogon compact wallet in the Green Pearl color. I love the color, I love the hardware, and I even try using it now that I started, going back to work. However, I noticed that I probably only take out 1 or 2 cards throughout the day, every day. On some other days, I don't even take out anything at all. So in order to break in the wallet, you do have to line your items in there. So there's card slots, there's coin compartment. So you'll fill those up, and if you're not using it, the leather's really getting stretched out. And I have a little habit that I like to preserve the things as is. So I know it's really silly, but I guess that's why you call it a collecting. So when you collect something, you don't really practically use it. So after the 1 week of me trying to use the wallet, I feel like you know, I do struggle getting my cards out sometimes, which is completely common when you break into a new wallet because the card slots is very new, so it's very snug. So I just never reached for it, and I felt like spending that amount of money rather once again, I'd rather spend it on another item that I use more often. So there you have it. The list isn't very long, but I've had my, you know, good reasons to kind of nominate them on this list that I'm doing in this video. So things do have to change. And I'm just letting you know that I will be visiting stores sometime soon, so I'll let you know what's coming next. If you're watching until this point, I'm most likely going to film another video that's going to be talking about my favorite things that I've purchased from Hermès. So if you're interested also, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Dos